You are live. You are live. Who we have here is Mr. Versace Chris here on the Aurelix Music Show. We're looking to make sure that we bring on your hot new people, your up and coming artists, and individuals who are looking to branch out. So, Mr. Versace Chris, very thankful for this opportunity. Give us a slight background on your musical adventure.
Okay. Happy to be here, man. Happy to be here. It was a rough start for me, for sure. There was no one in my family, from my mother's side nor my father's side, that were ever musically inclined. No singers, no instrumentalists, no artists whatsoever. So when I was 3 years old and my cousin hears me from the back seat mimicking all the tones from the radio, um, and she asked, "Is that you or is that the radio?" I was like, "That's me." That was kind of something that was different for them. Like, what the heck? He can sing. Where do you get this from? So my grandmother, being that she was, in church, she was, a devout church lady. Only place she heard people singing was at church. So what she did was, when I was about 8, she threw me in the choir. And to a 8-year-old, 250 people and 250,000 people is the same. So that killed performance anxiety like that. Now I can sing at the drop of a dime. If someone, we'll get into a story later where I actually had to sing for the Pope Francis, on the dime. You know what I'm saying? So it was that was one of the biggest stepping stones, because I went from being in the choir and learning how to use my voice with other voices, which was the hardest thing, was to try to blend my voice with other voices, being that I've only heard my voice and no one else around me. Then to becoming a soloist in the choir, and the anxiety with doing that. But then once it clicks for you, the anxiety is gone.
Yes.
It's a smooth process at that. Now, if they say, "Hey, you got a show tonight, Chris," cool. But where I got to show up at, it's like that. So that was my beginning of my music journey.
And what's so beautiful about that is you spoke of the issues of the phobia, and overcoming that and having a relationship with the audience instantly. Like you said, if it was 200, 250, 2,000, it didn't matter, because you had already built a relationship with the audience. Who inspired you? I know you said you did the choir and the church, and the great thing is, a majority of individuals who have grown up in the music world started in the church.
That's because it kills the anxiety. The
Yes.
Beyonces, the Sasha Fierces, she had to create this persona to get past that. And once that clicks, that's why Patti LaBelle, I can name all these different artists that came from the church. Aretha Franklin came from the church, because now being in front of this camera, being in front of these people is nothing.
Right. So who inspired you in the early part of your career?
Well, I told you, trailblazing, I had to look for inspiration on the outside, because I didn't have it like a father that sung or was in a band. Like some of these people say, "Oh, my father was sung in the OJs," or "My father was this." It wasn't nothing like that. My father couldn't carry a tune in a basket, and he'll tell you. And a father can only teach you what he knows. So I had to go outside. So I was like, what do I like? And that, like every investor is say, invest in what you like.
Absolutely.
So I loved Luther Vandross's tone. Something about Luther Vandross, I was a kid and I would go and spend my own money and buy every tape and CD he had. I had his entire collection. And I would sing Luther Vandross songs all the time. And that just created the tone. And then my father actually, I kind of nabbed it from him. My father loved music, which my mom did too. So Teddy Pendergrass was around, Johnny Gill was around, um, uh, Mariah Carey was around. All these things were around. Whitney Houston. I remember when my mom won. My mom is always winning stuff, like from raffles and stuff. She won the "You Give Good Love" single album, and we played it over and over again. And I loved her tone, and it was like so I had to grab a piece from here and Frankenstein a style and a
Mm.
tone that I wanted. You know, like my favorite male artist is Luther Vandross, but my number two is Phil Collins.
Whoa.
My favorite group of all time is the Bee Gees,
Hmm.
but my second favorite group of all time is New Edition and Jodeci, or Ty. So it's like these eclectic little pieces that I threw together, which is why my style became different than what they would hear on the normal, and it got me a lot of interest early.
Right. And what's so beautiful about that is that it showed that you had a relationship with a style and you were allowing the opportunity for the outside influences to continue to mold who you are, not as just a singer but as a songwriter. You have a few videos that I feel is not just worthy but are beautiful, in the essence of what they say and what they're doing. So the first one I want to ask you about is "I Don't Have to Like You to Love You."
Yeah.
That's a cold title. I just want you to give me a little insight on it, and you can go into the direction you feel is appropriate.
Okay. When I don't have to like you to love you. First of all, I feel like a lot of people say, "Oh, I have a great voice," or "I have an amazing." I've been. It's been that. I don't feel that. You know, like a pretty girl don't feel she pretty, right? So it's like, um, I feel I have a good voice, but what I feel is my superpower is my pen. I've always been able to put down my words uh, and my feelings and find the words and the grooves that match it. And so I'm painting the picture. I've always knew how to paint the picture, right?
Yes.
So with "I Don't Have to Like You to Love You," I know when you first heard it, you was like, "Oh man, this girl put him through it," right? But in actuality, that song came from me and my brother not seeing eye to eye and having a problem with each other. We were going through some, big brother, little brother stuff, you know, and he's the type that be feeling the same way I do. He'll think it. I'm the type that will tell you. So I said, you know what, man? I love you, but I don't like you. And you know what? We cool. I'm cool like that because I ain't gotta like you to love you. And that's when that stuck in my head. I ain't gotta like you to love you. So when I wrote the song, the first few bars, I'm talking about my brother and our relationship at that time. But then I was like, I don't want this to be a brother bashing song. I love him. You know what I'm saying? That's my guy. We just at it right now.
Absolutely.
I don't want it to be a
Absolutely.
brother bash. Every time you hear this song, he's like, he's talking bad about me. I don't want it to be like that. It ain't no brother diss record, right? So then me and my daughter had a problem. She did something that was not was not what I expect from her, and she then became part of that. So like the first verse is like me and my brother, me and my daughter, how I don't like who you are right now, but I love you anyway. And
Absolutely.
then I said, so it won't be seem like a diss song to the audience. Even though my brother, as soon as he heard the title, he's like, man, you made a song about it. He knew exactly what it was. He knew what it was. He's like, I can't believe you made a song about it. But at least you didn't talk bad about me. But I know what you meant. Because that was when you came up with that. So then the second verse, I kind of made it into like a romantic thing. Like it's gave it a relationship aspect. And as a writer, I was able to make that transition. So even a person that heard it from the beginning thinks, oh, he's going on a wild ride with a significant other. Not it's somebody that he's forced to love because of the family dynamic,
Oh,
but
okay.
he
I get
doesn't
it.
like that person particularly right now.
Right. So I'm about to go into the video so the
Mm.
viewers can get a taste
All right.
of what that goes to and what that
Now
works
they know the
with.
secret of the
Yes.
song.
And that'll be the next one. That will be the next one that we will tap into. So right now, viewers, we're going to give you a small taste of the Mr. Versace Chris. And here is the video. I don't have to like you to love you. Let's get ready.
All right.
What I'm talking about, man. What I'm talking about right there. See, things like that, it allow the music to just give its own world. It's nothing better than the music giving its own world. So, where was those locations, man? It seemed like you were in 4 or 5 different locations all at one time.
Okay, I want to shout out I sing with sing for Occidental Resorts. So they fly me out to Dominican Republic. That was Dominican Republic right there. You know, I've shot quite a few videos there. They're very gracious to me, allow me full run of the resort when I'm there. You know, and they take good care of me and my people when we come down there for sure. And I go and perform down for Occidental Resorts. We do Occidental Punta Cana, which that was Occidental Punta Cana right there. And we do Occidental Caribe. And then my boy Panda the Plug, what's up, man? My boy Zogod. They always hook me up at Club Infinity, which is the biggest rap, hip hop, R&B club in the Dominican Republic. So they always have me perform there as well. So, you know, I always get some love. So if I do 3 little dates, I make sure I squeeze that in when I'm out there.
Yeah, that's a beautiful thing, man. And I really like the flow of how that music rocks, how that music plays, and you got that peak element. I like that beat section, and when you fall into that little bit of acapella alto a little bit. I know a little bit about music. I ain't that great, but I know a little bit.
But you see, you can kind of tell that Luther Vandross influence in there. How it's kind of like I try to keep it smooth and you know, but yeah.
I really enjoyed that, man, and I want to make sure that the viewers understand that Versace Chris is this new up-and-coming artist. We're going to be displaying all of his music here on Aurelix Network. We're going to be having these live interviews and walking through his testimony, his growth, and his inspiration to the music community through the Aurelix Network. So one of the beautiful things is I have another song that I looked at several of your videos and I wanted to make sure I picked the top 3 or 4. Now I have some more down the line, but for this initial show, I want to pick 2 or 3 good ones. So you had one called Secrets, and as I was listening to it, me being a writer myself, I was trying to dive into the specifics of what the story was telling, but it seems as if you were making sure that you didn't give up all the information. Can you give us a little more now?
Yeah. The song Secrets was just showing you the point of view of the bad guy. You know how they say that nice guys finish last? Sometimes that is the case. Sometimes it's that bad guy that's winning behind the scenes, you know. Right. So the good guy is catering and empathetic and you know they're baby whatever you need I got you and you know and the bad guy is like I know you want to be talked to crazy, you know what I'm saying? I know you want to be, you know, I know you want daily sessions of right. of that of that really bad boy type of thing. You don't want no softness. You don't want no tender love. This is not forcing D's. You know what I'm saying? You want it a certain type of way that you might not be getting where you're getting it from. So and the fact that let me tell your audience something that they might not know. You know how like if you a man and you dealing with several women, right? And one woman find out about the other, they coming to have a woman to woman. Now, what a woman to woman is when they gonna tell on you and they gonna compare notes. Okay,
it actually was that. Yes,
they gonna have one. You ain't never heard of no man to man. Whoa. Because see, that other woman wants that other woman's place. Wants number one. Number two want number one's place. When you a man dealing with a woman that's with somebody else, you don't want that man's place. You don't want nothing to do with what that man got going on. You want nothing to do with it. So so men, we don't tell on the women. Women tell on the men. So I came from that perspective of I'm the guy and I ain't telling nothing. We doing what we do. I ain't telling nothing. They'll be like, I've been a play brother before. You know what a play brother is?
Introduce
he my best friend. He my play brother. I'm whooping the snow off of it. I'm whooping the dust off of it. But yeah, we best friends. We buddies. But it's getting whooped. Just got whooped. You know. So this was like I put myself in that mindset because been on both sides of that coin.
Right.
I've been the good old girl, and I've been the. I know your secret. You like to be fucked on daily. You like to be touched on. You like to be talked to crazy. So that was what I went with in that direction of that song. And a lot of people enjoyed it because they said, this is real. I've been there. I've been boyfriend number 2. Boyfriend number 2 don't want the position of boyfriend number 1 for sure.
So one of the things that as I was listening to some of your music, I recognize is that you use the adjectives for mixed direction. Am I correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I like. Here's something that I didn't consciously do it in the beginning, but then I saw it because we haven't got to the where I switched from R&B to rap yet. We haven't got there yet. But I like it to where you listen to my song. Like last night, you may have listened to that song for the first time. You listen to it 5 years from now and get something that you didn't get yesterday or today.
Absolutely.
That's how I like to write. That's called timeless music.
Absolutely.
I don't like music that gives it up all there. You got it all. Yeah, it's a hit. You got it all. You loved it. But now when you hear it again, you got nothing else more than you got that first time.
Right.
I want you to get something new every single time. And that's why I make timeless music. Some of the songs that we played will be 14 years ago, or 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
Was in the vault.
That was less than a year ago. I ain't got Like You to Love You. And you'll see the progression of moving forward.
Right. And the beauty is music is timeless. It transcends. We have multiple people who have been looping songs and sampling songs from decades and decades before. So when you speak of how that type of music can evolve, not just through decades, but through the mind and through the soul, you know, individual evolves and something new comes on in their life. And this song means something more now than it did then because life was different for them. So I totally love that and respect that. So I want to jump into this next video for Mr. Versace Chris. And believe me, my Aurelix Music Show viewers, we are going to be getting a beautiful taste of Mr. Versace. So here we go with Secrets, gentlemen. Let's get ready. Man, uh, I love what I hear. I understand the vibe, but I gotta ask a very important question, man. What you do with that thing that's right behind you, right there?
Oh, that thing?
Yeah, that right there.
Yeah,
So
that thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
when can we set up, man, and have a live session of you going through the progressions of a song or two with that thing right there?
Okay. And
Oh,
also, I also do some piano too.
oh, okay.
I
Right.
actually just picked up that, you know what I'm saying? So like my strength are keys and percussion. And when I was a kid, my this is crazy. This is part of the story. My dad, not knowing anything about music, right? Um, the elementary school had a band. So I'm thinking a band is like the Rolling Stones.
Mm,
A band is like Michael Jackson and his brothers. A band, you know what I'm saying, is
right.
like Van Halen. So I'm thinking that very eclectic music thing. Um, I'm thinking, oh wow, I'm gonna have the instruments behind me. I'm gonna be the lead singer. It was gonna be great. So I said, Dad, I want to get in band. He said, okay, fuck it. I don't know what okay. So I go in the band and I'm like, yeah, I'm here to be the lead singer. And the band teacher is like, lead singer? He's like, nah,
Like
we
you
do
have one of those
instruments here.
instruments.
Yeah, we do instruments here. I'm like, oh, but I ain't got my dad all excited that I'm gonna be the leader of the band. And I'm like, well, I can't, go back and say, oh, Pop, it was something I don't want to mess with it. So
Mm,
I was like, well, what you got? How about saxophone? I'll try a saxophone. He's like, very popular instrument. We don't have any more saxophone spots now. I'm like, man, okay. Well, what you got? Because I can't go back empty-handed to my dad talking about, yeah, it was some, because he already don't know what's going on. So he's like excited. He's like, yes, and I don't want him to lose that excitement.
right, right.
So he said, we got trumpet. I was like, okay, not very sexy. But my dad was a big Miles Davis fan, big Dizzy Gillespie fan.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So I'm like, okay, I take it. So I took it back to him, like, hey, what'd you think? He's like, how much is this gonna cost me? So that's how I learned how to read music and play music. That's how that started. Not just to be able to, because I now produce and compose. So that those songs that you heard were all my composition. So I'm like, what? Now I'm learning a little bit other aspects of music, even though it wasn't what I wanted. I wanted to be up there singing and rocking, but it did open music up to a different level. I learned a different layer of it. Instead of just what you saw, the superficial thing of what you just saw on television, there's now measures, bars, decrescendos, tempo. What's that? So that really let me see music from a different perspective and really help my music down the line. And that's why my music seemed a little more advanced in my age.
That's good. And
Yeah.
here's the beauty is that you walk through a space that was unfamiliar. So because of your internal thirst to learn and be gratified, you were willing to do it. And then you couldn't go back and tell Pops anything of what it's supposed to be done. Yeah, you know what I mean? If I didn't do it, then I got to get it done.
Yeah,
So
now the next idea I have, he's not going to be as enthusiastic, you know?
right. Well, here's the big thing, and you just explained it in a nutshell. And I'll be having a show. Shout outs to Millions and Nothing. That's one of the other podcasts that we have here on the Aurelix Network, and that's one of the topics that it came across the table, and that is complete, not compete. because when you complete something, you're willing to go through it and make sure it get done. If you're competing, you're always agitating and going against the grain. So you knew you
And
couldn't.
you're looking for a faster angle, and
Right.
sometimes that's known as a shortcut
Absolutely. So
because you
that's
want to get to the finish line first, no matter how you get there. You know,
right. And Pops wasn't having that.
he wasn't having it.
You know what I
He
mean?
wasn't having it. He said, "If you're gonna do this," and then now he's renting this instrument. Now it's a bill.
Yes. It got a different set of circumstances to it.
So now I gotta. He want to hear me practicing every night. I'm paying for this. You gotta practice. So it was cool. You know, that was a cool venture into my more into the musical space.
Right.
But he was hands off because he didn't know anything about it. So he's hands off. But just I want to hear you playing and practicing. You know, but other than that, he didn't know anything else. He didn't know the fingering. He didn't know, the notes, which fingering was which note, or he didn't know anything like that. He said, every good boy deserves fudge. That's all he knew about music. That the E, G, D, B, you know, say he knew that.
Right.
So he was like, oh, you know, that's the only thing he knew about music at all. And he didn't know what even that meant. But he was supportive. And that's what it's all about. Family, be supportive.
Yes. Yes.
Be supportive. If your son want to play basketball and he 5'2", buy him a ball.
Yes. But
he might end up shooting the lights out.
Yeah, Nate Robinson did it. You know what I mean?
You know? So it's like you don't know what they're going to be. So support, support the kid and what they feel. And let me tell you something that I've learned. There's an age that a child realizes their gifts. It is 8 years old. What you wanted to do at 8 years old is what you were supposed to do the rest of your life. Now, life can have can bend you this way and that way. But what you wanted to do at 8 years old is what you're supposed to do for the rest of your life. Just so whatever they want to do at 8 years old, support it and cultivate it, because that's what's going to make them rich. Guess what Tiger Woods was doing at 8 years old?
Serena Williams at 8 years old.
Guess what they were doing at 8 years old? Guess what Kobe Bryant was doing at 8 years old?
Simone Biles at 8 years old. Let's walk them down.
Guess what they were doing at 8 years old?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So when at 8 years old, they're going to come into what they want to do.
Yes.
And when I was 8 years old, I was a singer. I wanted to sing. I wanted to sing in front of an audience. It didn't matter who the audience was. I wanted to sing in front of the audience, and that's what it was. So he cultivated that.
Right, and that's what Aurelix Music is trying to do. I feel and smell what the rock is cooking in this environment. I want to be able to move into this next space, and we're going to let the viewers know. We're going to set up another beautiful interview with Mr. Versace Chris. We're going to dabble into that thing that's up under that light. It's like it's shining over
it. Let me give you a little look at it. Let me give you a little look now. Yeah, she pretty. Yeah. She brand new. She ain't a year old.
Yeah, we're gonna bring that to the table and let him show what he feels comfortable with when it comes to his musical abilities. So I got this last video that's gonna close us out. I'm not gonna tell Mr. Versace Chris what it is. I'll let him watch it on his end. I'm very thankful for this 30 minutes that you provided me. I'll tap in with you. We can set up another date and we'll go to the next phase. I know it's gonna take some time. I do want to go through your collection. Do you mind telling me what your collection looks like in the volume?
Okay. I have 6 studio albums. As Versace Chris, we haven't got to the other phase. Next time we're about 1/4 of the way into my musical voyage and journey. So, but as Versace Chris, you have the Versace Chronicles, the Versace Chronicles 2, the Versace Chronicles 3. You have Flight Risk, you have The Crossroads, and you have Hurt People.
Yes, I seen that one. I seen that one right there. So We'll get into a couple of more of the Versace Chris songs on the next interview that he will allow. And I will close with this mystery song for Mr. Versace Chris. Thank you for your time, brother. And we'll be tapping in a day or two. So we
definitely got to do this again, man. This is awesome. You're doing a great job.
Absolutely. Here at Aurelix Music Show. Thank you for your time. And let's get it in.
I choose myself to go through hell before anyone else. My whole life, I always wanted to be a family man. Pack up the caravan, even had vacation plans. How did it go wrong? When we said goodbye, I had nowhere to go. I took only my clothes, and I gave it all. I never fought for one single dollar. Wanted everything I own to go straight to my daughter. It's impossible to stay in a place you ain't wanted. She said go, go. Show too much loyalty to be treated like a dog. Treated you like royalty. These years didn't mean anything at all. Imagine owning property, but you're sleeping in the car. It's so cold. I choose myself to go through hell before anyone else. I couldn't even tell my family, the person I trust the most. Got a man sleeping in my bed while I sleep below the post. Years later, now I'm doing better. She wanna call them folks what she want. Didn't I give you everything a man could ever give? And the only thing I had left was the love from my kids. Just when I forgot the pain, you remind me of what you did. Girl, you wrong. I choose myself to go through hell before anyone else. I choose myself, yeah, to go through hell before anyone else. Before anyone, before anyone else.
Hey Wes, it's me. I caught him again, man. I don't know what I should do. Come on, tell me.
Well, look, T, you know, for me, it's kind of awkward, you know what I mean? Because you know how I feel about you. But, woman, dry your eyes. You don't have to cry no more. He ain't worth a tear, not one of your tears, babe. If you ever need somebody's shoulder to cry on, call me. If you ever need a friend, someone to talk to,